So this is his link tree. I'm going to put all this in the description right after the show. So this is the kind of kid, and I call him a kid. He's like half my age, but he's still. You know. But I mean, you know, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. I mean, I just don't have the will or the ability to do this. Look, he's got everything. I actually opened one of these link trees, but I never filled in the blanks. So he's got so much scored. It's on Twitter, but he won't be posting there for a little while. He's Instagram. Yeah, I got everything. The guy's all over the place. And he's got a good YouTube channel. And actually, I didn't tell him this. I feel bad. He's going to be on in 2 seconds. But I had a conversation with him a couple of days ago with Tim. Actually, I'll tell him live. We'll talk about that. But apparently, he is well respected in what they call the Flat Earth community. And I did tell him I am a lumpy earther. But enough of me. Let's bring Dan on. Dan, you're here. You're live. Let me wait. I got to give you audio. Can everybody hear Dan? Dan, Sub G.
Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up, dude?
Dude.
What's up, Commander Lou?
Thank you very much. Look at this. See, he gets it. This is kind of, I like this guy. He gets it. You get the shtick.
I heard the tone in your dude, so I knew. I was like, oh, Commander Lou.
When I first started doing that, Dan, it was hilarious. I just loved it. I have big fights with people over it. It's hilarious. Oh yeah, okay. He's influencing for Destiny Clothing Company.
Density.
Oh, okay, Falkenbach. Sorry, you're dealing with an idiot. I told you that. You gotta get ready for this.
Yeah, it's my buddy's clothing company, Density Clothing Company. Kevin Bobick in New Mexico. He just gave me this T-shirt for free, so I gotta show it off.
It's pretty cool. What does it say? The Earth is flat. Very right, directed to the point.
Yeah, I wore it out on my birthday the other day. 36, half your age there.
36. So you still actually had people attending your birthday party?
I just went to go get some chicken wings with some boys.
Yeah, that's the birthday. Go out on your own. You're a flat earther in a globe earth world.
But, yeah, it was interesting talking with all of them and shit, man. It's like, even talking with your closest friends, even then, it's like you have to hold yourself back because you know you're going to hurt some of their feelings. And the one dude was actually saying, he was telling the one dude was telling my 3 other friends, he was like, you know, he said something really hurtful the other day. You came over to my house and you were microdosing mushrooms.
Yeah, thank you.
And he was like, you said some really hurtful things to me. And I'm like, well, go ahead and tell everybody what I said. And he wouldn't go into it. And it's like, well, why are you bringing up the past if then I'm immediately questioning you about what I said that hurt your feelings?
What hurt his feelings that the Earth is flat?
I don't know. I kept saying, what did I say that hurt your feelings? And he's like, oh, I don't want to go into it.
You probably just hurt his feelings because you said something intelligent.
But I don't know.
I don't mean to diss on your friends, but
yeah, I appreciate you having me on, man. I like all your stuff. I like that.
Yeah, it's a hobby. That's what I tell people. They come here and they shit on it, and they criticize me because they're like, "There's nothing, there's nothing substantial here. You're not, your research is over." This is just some people, build model airplanes. I'm a retired guy, semi-retired. This is a hobby, so it's my model airplane. I build a model airplane. I appreciate you acknowledging that. Thank you. But I also stalked you a little bit, and. You're on all the flat Earth shows. I mean, you're in this subculture that I'm really not. I'm not part of it. I'm not a flat earther. I don't want to align myself with that title only because I think we talked about this. I'm a lumpy earther. I think it diminishes it. But I get it, and it is a community. But I think it's been infiltrated by the opposition anyway, and I think you kind of agree with that. But this sub community, I mean, there's a lot of infighting. That's what I wanted to talk. I mean, you're the perfect guy after what I've seen. To talk about this, to address this thing, that the infighting in this community, which is not groundbreaking. I mean, there's a book from the 1800s, 100 proofs the Earth is not a globe. That was reported in the New York Times. But it's not a new argument. But for some reason, it resurfaced to the mainstream within the last 10, 15 years, right? And then. I'm not sure if it's by design or to divide us in the truth community, but it sure seems to. What say you about that?
It probably wasn't at first, because Because it seems to be it just the flat Earth. It shows up every like 10 years, or I mean, it's always there. Like every single year you go to, there's gonna be something there, no matter what, no matter what year, what time. This talk was always going on.
You're right, actually. Yes, when we learned about Christopher Columbus, even in grammar school, that's what the topic was. It was flat Earth versus globe. Good. Look at that.
Except that in the past they used to because everyone knew it was flat. It was just common accepted knowledge.
Yeah.
They used, if you even mentioned, I love bringing this up too, if you even mentioned or talked about theories or hypothesized about spinning ball Earth, they would kill you on the spot. Like
you mean literally dead? You're talking about your
like
early
the whole crowd would swarm you. That's before there was no police.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it would be
because the police were just invented recently because of this. They're like, dude, these flat earthers are just killing us whenever we bring up the globe Earth, because we just go and stomp them and throw them in a ditch, and then we'd go on our day. But then the globe Earthers are like, they're like, dude, we got to come out with some laws because they're getting out of hand. Yeah. I mean, you got to remember, there were cities. There were the entire populations of cities that were flat earthers.
Well, yeah, like you said, everybody. It was well known. All the ancient religions.
So I think what happened was it got to a point where the globe earthers kept making these laws so we couldn't stomp them anymore and smash them. And we can't even punch people in the face anymore.
No, you can't do it. Just saying that.
Just imagine what allowing people to punch each other in the face would do.
I do, Dan. I do.
That's it.
Not only to punch. No.
But hold on. You got to hold back though. If you use so much force where you break their orbitals, then you go to jail. But there's a way to punch people without or slap.
No, you have to hit.
Slap or a backhand.
I don't want to give away my secret for any jerk that decides to come to my house, because I'm very I let people know exactly where I am. I'm like, you punk, come in. Island Park, New York, come here. I'm going right here.
Imagine
right up.
Dude, imagine how helpful that would be.
Oh, we would get so much more done if we could just be violent again. We got so much more accomplished.
Or like, I heard that you can go to the Isle of Man and challenge people to a duel. No,
I wouldn't. I don't know.
No, that's not.
No. I'm saying because I'm a big pussy, really. I just would be afraid.
Imagine if there was a place where you were sanctioned to duel to the death.
I don't know. Well, those 10 steps, and then turn. What is it? 10 paces and turn. I don't know.
No, but the globe earthers don't agree on any shape. So there's globe earthers that go. Round. They go. We don't think that it's a perfect ball, right? We know that, right? But then there's millions of globe earthers that think that the Earth is a perfect ball, perfect circle.
Well, in the globe Earth community, a deep thinker would be someone that would come around and say, it's not really a ball. It's
well, all the original photos are perfect circles from NASA. Remember?
Yeah, of course.
So they go, but we don't really think that it's a perfect sphere, right? But yet millions of you do, and you're trying to talk for all globe earthers when millions of them do believe that it's a perfect ball.
Well, that's in all the classrooms.
Exactly.
Perfectly round globe,
the perfectly spherical balls in every single classroom.
But here's something that's a little advanced, not for you, but I'm saying in that with how we deal with globe earthers, how I learned it, because at first, obviously, it's only like 5-6 years ago when I figured it out. And I went to I was being mentored by a pastor of an off the grid church, off the grid, 20 miles off Route 10 in El Paso, Texas, and I really thought I met the guy who knows Christianity the truth, but he ended up being like King James only guy. Whatever, I don't want to get too into it. But when I realized that the biblical account that this is a flat Earth, after I got a telescope and I did a little research and I found this only 5-6 years or maybe 7 years ago, I'm not sure. And the first thing I said to him was, oh no, and I went to him first, and I'm like, wow, the Earth is flat. And he's like, he kind of agreed with me, but he thought I was joking. And a couple weeks later, we used to talk about an hour on the phone each week, and I mentioned to him, I said, so I was doing a little more research on this flat Earth thing. It's astounding. The stars are water and resonance. You know, now I'm on my way. And I said to him, he said, wait, you weren't kidding? I said, no. You were kidding? He says, no, we absolutely live on a globe, and the planets and the universe. So it's everything they say it is. And if you think anything different, you're an idiot. And that's I was like discouraged. But here's the thing. How can you break that indoctrination if it's not supernaturally? If it's not a supernatural thing, you think it's possible? I think we got to have sympathy for these people and just say, you know, that they just can't do it. They can't break it. Like a patriot. Space is fake. There's no moon landing. Someone my age, I'm talk to a 6-year-old Vietnam vet, or how do you know what you do to them psychologically?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Actually, I forgot what I was going to say in the beginning that I wanted to say, but you just reminded me. Thank you.
Thank you.
The thing is that they gotta start at step 1, or stair 1, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
And you can't go fast. You can't do it. If you can't do it slow, you can't do it fast. If you can't do it slow, you can't do it fast. And they want to do it fast. So, and they can't do it slow. So if you can't do it slow, you can't do it fast. So and they want to go from step 1 to step 90 or 99, and that's not possible. If there's no way, you have to go up step by step. Everyone does it. Takes years, and that's the thing, is that they don't want to put in the field work and the work, and they know it deep in their hearts. They know it's true, but they see what will happen. They know, they'll go, oh my God, I have to put in hundreds, if not thousands.
They're afraid of the work. Yeah, the work. It's a whole new thing. They just finished school. You know, that's the first thing I tell people my age that want to impart this to the kids they raised and put into these indoctrination camps. First thing you have to do is apologize. First thing I thought it was, you know, you have your steps there, very interesting. But my step 1 is you have to erase everything you've ever learned. I think we talked about just dinosaurs. You had dealt with. You told me you dealt with it because you said you were, you know, you.
That was my first love.
Yeah, talk about that, and then the emotional impact that made on you.
I wanted to be an archaeologist and excavate fossils and dinosaurs and find. That was my first thing for like being a firefighter or an astronaut. I wanted to be a archaeologist or a paleontologist.
Wow.
And I was studying the stars and the Earth when I was 3 years old. I was studying constellations. I still have the award-winning book, astrology book from like 1987 or 1988. So I was 3 years old, and and I still have it. And it takes a lot of work, and 99% of all history is
fake.
Wrong.
But when you found out, I think we were talking about specifically, and the same thing happened to me. Not that was my vocation, my choice of vocation, but you know, I was astonished at the Natural Museum, Museum of Natural History in New York when I saw dinosaurs, and then to find out later, after I realized that no river could have carved a hole in a canyon like that. You know, over 50 billion trillion years, like they say at the Grand Canyon. That's when I woke up to that. But to see that they have 2 bones to make this big T-Rex, it's just hilarious.
I actually asked, I asked my teachers when I was a kid. If this stuff, these fossils are 550 million years old. These trilobites, which I have all my fossils still. I have my trilobites, my horned coral, my beetles, my mosquitoes, my all different types of corals from the reefs, different types of insects, and but specifically, I have all these stuff still. And I used to think the coral were it was like raptor claw shaped coral. I thought they were raptor claws, but in actuality they're just coral. And so when I became a teacher, and I taught heliocentric science to kids and evolution.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I was teaching evolution, and that these stars are millions and billions of light years away, and that these galaxy clusters, and look at this photo that NASA showed us with all the most galaxies ever.
You did that. Oh my God, damn.
Well, that was when I was
Mr.
in my early.
Falkenbach.
Yeah, they called me that too, and the school was called the Stanley G. Falk School.
Oh,
So
synchronicity.
so Mr. They all called me Mr. Falk, and that was and it was funny because that's the school's name. And I actually brought in my dinosaur, or sorry, my fossils. But I brought in the dino claws, and for the week I said, if you guys behave well, you'll all get these raptor claws, and so it tricks the kids into
See that?
Behaving well for a week.
But they got the claw from you.
Yep.
And
they did.
Now they see someone on TV or YouTube saying that it's all fake. They're like, but Mr. Falk gave me a claw.
No, I told him it was a horned coral. I told him it wasn't a dinosaur. But the thing is that what were we talking about?
I don't know. Hakan Duran just interrupted. So I mean, I got to monitor the chat. This is very interesting. This
Oh yeah. Let me.
No,
let me
it's
check
okay. Hakan Duran. Dinosaurs are big chickens.
oh yeah. So
I like the word chicken.
So I asked the teachers. I go, how did this stuff that was supposedly on the ocean floor, like deep, how did it shift its way up, like 550 million years?
Yeah, they had
how did it now because I went in my backyard into the creek, and I excavated these fossils. So, but how did these fossils go from all the way down on the bottom to all the way up on the surface? And some little kid like me is asking questions about how did it go up that much to the teacher? And it just sifted its way up through time, through millions and millions of years. It just
sifted its way up.
But
time explains everything.
Also, I asked them. I go, how do you know what color the dinosaurs are? I go, and the sounds. I go, you have colors of the feathers and the skin, but how? The only way you would know the colors of these creatures is if humans walked together with these creatures. That's the only way you would know the colors. And they're like, all right, we got to put this kid on Ritalin.
Yeah, of course, he's got a disease.
He's asking too many questions. Put him in special classes. Put him on a Ritalin. But
here's something that Salty Siren. She's in here. She says, welcome. And this, she's talking about a museum story and stuff, plaster, and then she figured it out, right? But here's how she reconciled it. Here, I love this. Welcome to womanhood. Your whole life has been a lie. So I think our whole lives, mine included, but I was put in these schools by my parents. I put my kids in the schools, and then I just expected my kids now to just and in the schools they took the place of parents, and when I woke up, I just expected them to be like, oh, dad woke up, but no, of course, because that's dad went insane was the actual response. And you don't have any friends anymore, except in this community, which you alienate a lot of those too. But
I got a couple.
You got a couple.
I got a couple, and it's weird too because like I don't know. It's
what
you can't really care like if they're your true friends or not. But actually,
no, a friend. I go the biblical definition of friend: someone who will die for you over, their family.
That's pretty much all humans have is basically relating and relationships with other people. That's basically the only thing.
But we call that friendship. It's not the same.
Exactly. It's like
good cat.
That's a very, very important thing that I take very, very seriously. At the same time I take it seriously, I do like joke around very harshly with my friends. Like I'm a flat Earth comedian, so
explain this a little bit here. I thought we were just comedians, but now you separated yourself from me. I thought we had
regular comedians. All regular comedians are globe Earth comedians. That's what they are. So every single comedian that you see on television, besides like two or three,
right,
is because there are a few flat Earth comedians, but they don't talk about it.
Right.
And I've talked to them. And they told me that
with these people.
They told me that they can't go on stage with the flat Earth material yet because it would cause turmoil within their family life, their personal lives, and their fans. So they literally can't. Like it would ruin their brand, their comedy, globe Earth comedy brand. That's what it is.
Well, it does. Yeah.
It's globe Earth comedy. Like Globe Earth Comedy, it's pro-vaccine, it's pro-evolution, heliocentric science. That's what Globe Earth Comedy is.
Excuse me one second. You see this guy Village Idiot Control, who's just trolling in our comedy? Just do this thing. Let me tell you something, Village Idiot Control. You are a moron. You are a lifeless little amoeba. You are not a free thinking. I'm sick of these people. I hate when they show up. I am having a guest here. This guy right here is my guest. This is my show, my house. I don't need you. Make a channel. You got any content on your channel, Video Idiot? I bet you go to your channel. Maybe I'll see a video of you shaving your cat, you freak. You motherless little orphan. Get off my channel. Or call. You want to call me? Or visit me. Island Park, New York, you little fat little pussy. Get out of here. Where's my wrenches? Uden, why is he even... Yeah. Bruce. Chancellor Bruce. I don't want that in there. Respect for our guest. Now, Dan, you were saying? Globe Earth Comedy. Did you have to mute me? Did I mute you? You muted me because I was yelling. I can't hear you now.
Oh, my bad. I didn't want.
That's my wife. She's in the living room going, now he's yelling again.
I didn't want it to echo or reverberate. I was enjoying it. But exactly. So all of their crap is like, take your like seriously now, all these Globe Earth comedians, they're all saying, take your vaccines on stage. And the Earth's a ball. The Earth's a ball. Take your vaccines. We're monkeys. Okay? We're monkeys and we're spinning in a fucking vacuum. Take your vaccine. We're Globe Earth comedians. Don't listen to the Flat Earth comedians. Don't listen to Flat Earth comedy. There's no such thing. It's just Globe Earth comedy. So
what's Flat Earth comedy? You mean just comedians that obviously we're not going to see them on look at me.
No, you will. There's a war going on.
No, I mean you're not going to see them on
yeah, you will.
Well, who?
There,
Conan or Jimmy or
Cat Williams hopefully will come out of the closet. That'd be great.
All right, so that'll be fun. But right now you're saying it's a subculture for you actually perform.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm the first one that predicted that the Globe Earth comedians would rise. And
the Flat Earth comedians or the Globe Earth?
No. I said when I was talking to Math Powerland, who's the first ever Flat Earth comedian.
He's the first. You're the second. That's right.
Yeah, I am the second. He is the first.
That's humility.
Do the people in the chat room? You guys should know who Math Powerland is. He is one of the OGs, the originators, and the revivers of the Flat Earth. So that's Math Powerland. You should definitely check him out.
Is it Math MATH Powerland, just like it's spelled?
Math.
Yeah,
yes.
Math. Like yeah.
What is it? It stands for something. Money and the power, or something like that. Or sorry, money and I don't know, I forget, but okay. But you guys should. He's constantly live on Instagram nowadays. People think he's disappeared, but he's been raising his son.
Oh, someone just cursed in the chat. She said Sudaman 03 said Owen Benjamin.
Oh yeah, Owen Benjamin is the fourth Flat Earth comedian. Eddie Bravo.
Sure about him.
There's the first ever was Math Powerland. I'm the second ever. Eddie Bravo's the third, and then Owen Benjamin's the fourth.
Very cool. Well, we're in good company here.
Yeah, so that's exactly my point. Is that Owen Benjamin was a Globe Earth comedian, and then he switched over. He was already at a war with the other comedians because his comedy was so far ahead of the game, and now he's transformed, and now he's a Flat Earth comedian. Yeah. So now there's a war between old Globe Earth comedians and young Flat Earth comedians.
Okay, but you just said it. Like when you're talking about Owen Benjamin, and the reason why I was like groaned is because it's, I like the comedy. This guy's got a good persona. He's, good looking guy. He's got great tech, good presentation. But then I'm listening to him, and he's just bitching all the time. Well, what I got to see, and this maybe 4 years ago, and I didn't return, but I don't watch a lot of this stuff, but I'd rather have books read to me, on YouTube.
Well, dude,
right
that's why you should listen to audiobooks.
That's what I do, but that I don't watch Owen Benjamin. But what I notice is, okay, he's a truther, he's out there, but just me, I'm so awake and it sucks. But and
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's annoying.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, you're wrong. Sorry. No, you're right. You're right.
It is a little bit of what he does. Okay.
No, listen. That's all that comedy is. A bunch of self-obsessed, self-absorbed psychopaths on stage demanding attention.
We're demanding
And,
attention, but the art of comedy includes that little nuances where you want your audience. I don't want to give it away, folks, but you want your audience to think they're smarter than you, even though you know you're smarter than them.
oh, that's a great
Because you
one.
wouldn't be doing
Yeah.
combat. That was one of the first things you had to learn. And you can't. I can make fun of my
Well, yeah.
fat
Well,
self.
that's
but I
the
can't
thing
make
is that
fun
I
of,
constantly
other fat.
want to let people in on the joke, and
Yeah,
the
well, I do
other
that.
comedians, the Globe Earth comedians, they hate that.
I know.
They're like, don't. They're like, don't. The Flat Earth guy is letting them in on the joke, the crowd, and I'm
What's
like,
the
really?
joke? What is the joke for a flat Earth comedian? What is the joke? Because I don't only
Oh,
do
the
that.
joke is that I don't have to listen to anything that you say. I don't have to do anything that you want me to do, and I don't have to even tell jokes. I can just all I have to do is just talk and get people triggered. And that's not the way comedy's supposed to be. It's supposed to make me laugh, and it's supposed to make me feel comfortable and make me feel like my butt's getting pampered and everything. No, it's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. Half the crowd hates you, and half the crowd likes you. That's the best
Well,
type
we
of
only
comedy.
need 15% laughing. You've ever hear that?
What? What?
You only need 15% of the crowd laughing at any given time, and then it sounds like.
Like
that's
normal
successful.
in normal comedy rules, there's tons of unwritten rules, but there's that they expect you to laugh to make the crowd laugh every 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Do you realize how preposterous and ridiculous that is?
It's
easy to do if you're talking about cake and panda bears and Joe Biden and Trump.
If someone's writing your comedy for you, you could do it. Yeah, I get it.
It's really easy to, because that's all that Globe Earth comedy is. That's all they talk about is soft language and fluff. Fluff.
They know that they're in it for the money. It's their brand. They got
That's
fame,
it.
and that's fine. But there's a truth that comes. Yes,
See,
but true comics, don't sell their soul.
Many low level and high level Globe Earth comedian gatekeepers and Flat Earth.
Well, the gatekeepers are.
That's the thing about the
secret knowledge.
That's the thing about the Flat Earth gatekeepers, is that there's a lot of Flat Earth gatekeepers.
Yeah, because they're parrots of the actual gatekeepers, the demonic entities that rule this world. I'm sorry, I don't mean to.
A lot of the Flat Earth gatekeepers just take all the knowledge from everyone, from certain people,
and that's where I just. Look, I want to tell you. Let me tell you, and this is actually going to be great live. I want to say TV because I'm 59. This is great live TV, but I reached out, and when I first started going live, I was and I put this CraterEarth thing on because God Give Lampsey. I watched that guy's video and I just loved it, and so I went out as CraterEarth guy, and then I got not as CraterEarth guy. I was out as Cult of the Living God, COTLG for Snowflakes. And I was just being me, my theology, my shtick, my hobby. I was just having my hobby on YouTube. I like attention, so I go out. And then Matt Quantum Conscience throws a little blurb out about God Give Lampsey. He says, I'm not all in, but this is interesting. I went, I watched it, I liked it. I put up a video on YouTube on COTLG, Cult of the Living God at the time. I get suspended for a week, right? They take it down, I get a strike. So what did I do? I made CraterEarthUSA. So now I start doing this cross-posting, and then I get invited to come on Dark Matter Radio with Tim Osmond, and I did a little research. It's like, oh my God, it's Art Bell, Dead Art Bell's channel, and Osmond bought the rights for it. And,
he bought it, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I was so excited. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm living the dream. I get interviewed on that. I called. I don't have anybody to call because I have no friends and family to talk to. I'm like, honey, we're going to be on radio. I told all my subs, and we all showed up, and we had fun. We got a caller the second time I was on. I'm like, I'm Commander Lou. He's like, you're not my commander. We had a big, and I was living the dream. So I loved him. So I listened to him, and I get that. But he's a brand. It's a clever name. You say he's the actual real Tim Osmond. There was another Tim Osmond with an S. But so I reached out to him. So I've used him, and I've watched his stuff, and I tried to do the restream thing. I couldn't do it. I just stuck with YouTube. Whatever. I gave up. But he's so intelligent, so smart, all that kind of stuff. He's been supporting the channel. So I like the guy. Okay, we talked about this. But when I reached out to him, just saying, I just want to give you a heads up. I'm having Flat Earth SubGenius. I don't think he likes you very much. And then he actually responded to me in a half an hour, which is very unusual. We don't chat. We're not acquaintances at all. But I reached out to him only through Facebook, and he gets back to me and he says, "Oh no, he's intelligent. Guy's got good content." And he's very fond of you, Dan. The guy's very fond of you. Now I know that's probably like, but
wait.
I just want to let you know. Tim said he's very fond
of me.
Yeah, he said he was fond of you. Yeah,
that's funny.
I don't want to diffuse your angst, but
no, I don't care.
He had nothing but good to say to you, and he says, he doesn't like me. He doesn't know if it's personal or political, but
I don't care. Tell the Penguin Club what's up.
They're here. We get about 4 or 5 of them regularly.
What's up, Pepe?
But why is it, if I can accept Bruce Springsteen's brand, and you can accept my brand, and I can accept Tim's brand, you have a brand, even though I will admit this. I will admit this for anybody
I don't have
who
any
watches.
fucking brand.
Well, you're authentic. You see, that's your brand. You're authentic, in my opinion, from what I've seen, and I didn't do that much, but from talking to you and people seeing it right now. You're doing what you have to do to be on social media and to be in the narrative, but you're not in it for fame. You're not in it for money that I can see. You're in it for this is my identity, and in some ways I'm like that too. But in order to have fun with it, I dress up like Amanda. But there's a lot of respect for you. But why the problem with someone who just wants it to be a business? Whether or not their ideology is authentic or not.
No, I mean, I don't like the like honey trap aspect of it, where you're like kind of like trapping a lot of people who maybe they would have done completely different things with their lives and destinies, and maybe you're trapping their souls in places that they shouldn't be.
All right, I get that.
Maybe that's a little bit more dangerous than you realize. But
wouldn't that just hurt
people
him?
Can do whatever they want.
But that would hurt him esoterically.
They could take whatever conspiracy or fad conspiracy that they want and then paint it and then make money off of it and sell it to people like it was their ideas, and that Walt Disney is Adolf Hitler. That's fine. I don't care. But that's all. I mean, there's only so much you can do with that. There's only so many stories and so many books that you could sell. Although,
But yeah, is that really a problem in this day? I mean,
no, it's not at all. God bless you if you could do that.
But like you said, there could be karma, because it's a very interesting. I didn't expect what you just said, and yeah, it's very true. I do agree. Like you mentioned that, and I did look into that Mad Mike guy with the rocket that kind of crashed his rocket and stuff, and yeah, I think he was.
I made a video about that, predicting that it would happen 3 years to the day it happened. Mm-hmm. Actually, 3 years and 1 month, on the very day, the 22nd.
Wow.
Go check that out on my channel. And I actually said in that video that he's going to die in the future, and he's going to try to make the flat Earth look stupid. I said that. I predicted that.
Or look dangerous, at least.
And IPS was Mad Mike's handler too, by the way. So.
But he was.
That's probably why he got quiet and went away from the flat Earth scene.
Well, I
think
he
started doing his own.
Because he's in that world, and he owns this. Just the guy behind the brand obviously is gonna. I mean, you and I right now. I mean, you do. Don't get me wrong. You for the amount of subs and the reach you have in this community, it's astounding that you pulled that off. But what I'm saying for him, I think he's at a different level where he actually gets attacked by lawsuits, and they're gonna take all his stuff.
Pulled what off?
The visibility that you have, I think it's achievement with how many subs you have on YouTube alone. You're at over 2,000 subs. That's pretty good.
It should be a lot more.
Well, I know, but I mean, look at the quality and the comic content on this channel. I should be at 400,000 instead of.
Oh, that's true. No, you'll be at. Here's the thing. You got to realize that I've talked to a lot of people, and I've talked to a lot of people who have less subs than you and way more subs than you, and both of us. But listen, I've said to them, I go, you're going to have 5,000 or 10,000 subs very soon when they're at 1,000.
Okay.
And they did, and they're like, no way, dude. I'm like, you're going to have way more subs than me very soon.
I don't want your prediction. Don't predict here, because then I'll be thinking about it all the time. I'll be consumed, because I'm ego driven. I'm a
No. Well, don't see that was an early egomaniac,
narcissistic misogynist.
Yeah, it's like I just pretend to be an egomaniac because you're not really an egomaniac.
Oh, no, I am
It's
absolutely an
it's just all
egomaniac. This
pretend.
is just an
No,
act.
I'm just kidding.
Well, this is unleashed. This is what I got to hold back at parties. I was saying that to you the other day. I got to keep. This is how I want to behave all the time, everywhere. And my wife's like, "Don't do it." I put a video out. I went Karen at a liquor store because they wouldn't. They let me. One guy let me pick out the booze, but then the manager was like a millennial or under, a man hater, genderless clone, soulless lab-born baby clone was like, "I'm the manager. You have to wear a mask." I said, "I have medical exemption." And I had the booze. Just let me check out. Nah, you have to go outside. When we got the cops called, I went nuts. I did all that stuff. And I put it on a video. I thought this thing would go viral. I thought it was going to get, I told them, "Don't touch me." I don't have to identify myself. I did all that shit. I have First Amendment, constitutional rights, Fifth Amendment. Did it all. Nothing. I got nothing. I went total Karen. But that's my personality. It's the way I want to be. Meanwhile, my wife was in the car the whole time. And I had promised her that I wouldn't do that again at the stores. So she just started doing all the shopping. So, yeah, and I have to go in another room, like if people visit. But here, I can do it. I don't know why you were bringing that up, but yeah, it is absolutely who I really am. Yeah, I guess so. All right, convicted.
Another thing, I grew up next to Lake Erie, and I can see Canada's buildings from over 50 miles away, and it's my whole life.
Yeah.
So like just all these things, because I've been studying the constellations, and I was specifically trying to see certain constellations in the sky, and I was obsessed with seeing all of the constellations. I want to see every single constellation that's possible. That was something growing up that I did, and it got to the point where I even studied astrology, whatever that one is with the horoscopes, and that's So I'm born August 27th. And I'm a Virgo.
Oh,
so
me too.
So I wanted to see the
That's a challenge too.
Virgo constellation,
Uh-huh.
but the only way I can do that was to go to I had to go to California. So then I drove from New York to California. That's when I started my comedy career in 2009. Oh. And so then I was trying to find Virgo, which it only rises like above the horizon. You can only
the horizontal line. You're saying?
Yeah, you can only see it.
Yeah.
But I still haven't even seen Virgo. I drove all that way.
You were in California the whole time. You didn't see it. Why?
Well, the sky is really
oh yeah, it's a
light pollution,
sci-fi sky. That's what I call it. Sci-fi sky now. Plasma skies.
Light and smog pollution. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so it's just easy to put together that the stars always are revolving around the plane.
We're not moving. They're moving.
And that the sun and the moon, they're equal size and they're small and they're local. And then the triangle, the parabolic, or sorry, what is that? Oh, the crepuscular rays.
Oh, the crepuscular rays. Yeah, I talk about that all the time. The crepuscular rays. What the hell is a crepuscular ray?
All right, that creates the triangle, which is the eye.
I was thinking of the other crepuscular rays. You just gave me a great word. It's got all the cuss sounds.
But yeah, so
crepuscular rays.
So it was just so easy to understand. I was like, oh well, yeah, I can see to Canada 30 or 50 miles because, well, yeah, and the buildings are all level. They're all not tilted. So if there was a physical geometric horizon that you can measure objectively, then you should be able to see it. There would have to be a tilted building somewhere.
Have you seen John Levy's art? John Levy, he calls it art, but he draws, stick figure buildings on a globe, and he's like, "This is my art." Looks like a 5-year-old did it. And I get it. He's supposed to, but I think he's a con man. But anyway, going back to that, what I do when I try to explain globe Earth, because globe versus flat Earth, it's just the railroads were built across the United States. Just that alone, iron bars,
railroads,
right? Level iron bars. Straight, it should be up about 7 miles once you get from New York to California. So I take a ball and a ruler, and I just put it. This is the way the railroad track should be. because there was no. And then when I mentioned it to I mentioned it to an engineering student and a chairman of an engineering board at a university while I was pimping out my personal vehicle, driving people around using an application on my very smartphone called Uber. You had to deal with that shtick. But while I was driving, I got those two people in my car, and at different times. And I said, hey, how do you what's the calculation? I didn't look it up online. I said, what's the calculation for the Earth's curvature in engineering and architecture? And they're like, I think it's like 7. You're freaking designing this shit. Oh well, the computers handle it now. Oh, okay, great. Were they handling that in the 1800s? So show me some of the plans for these structures that'll longer than a few hundred feet, maybe 50 feet, 60 feet before it would be absolutely impossible. I think it's the easiest argument, simplest argument, but still, no one comes back and says, "Oh my God, that's genius! I am now a flat earther." No, nobody I've shared it with.
Yeah, I've talked to railroad train designers and engineers, and I asked them about I go, do railroads go uphill?
No.
I go, I'm not talking about a slight
no, they don't.
I said, I'm not talking about a slight little whatever, it's called something specific.
That's all.
It's called something specifically with there's the tiniest little up. I'm not talking about, yeah.
You're just looking for a word.
But it's a specific railroad engineering term. But
we've all had a model railroad with the little incline, yeah. So we know it's very slight.
A tiny slight incline. But there's no such thing as a railroad going like this up a fucking mountain.
And then it's not they don't curve back down for the earth.
Like have you ever been up a fucking mountain like the Rockies in Colorado?
Go through them. They got to blow through them.
They have to blow up the fucking things and go straight through them. You don't see railroads going like this. All right, we're going up the hill.
But even so, even if that was an argument, all I want to see is something. If the railroads was designed before we had pics from space, then I want show me the plans. It should be archived somewhere where that curvature, even though you're gonna incline and decline in varying degrees across the journey from one side of a country to the other, but European railroads were so early. Let's see the plans and let's see the calculation for curvature. It would have to be in there. In fact, I would, after what you just said, I would almost propose that it would be impossible using even math at the time calculations to do. I would say it would almost have to be measured by with a micrometer style instrument. I don't think it would have been possible to account for it, and certainly it should be accounted for in some case because you're using forged iron and steel. Anyway, we're getting off on that. So everything's great comments. People are loving this in the chat.
Good,
but we got rid of that guy. Bruce is on him. Chancellor Bruce from Western European Federation of Creators. He's Sir Bruce, runs the European division of
there's just
international federation.
It's interesting too. New Age people, they talk about the astral plane and the spiritual planes and different planes of existence. Like whenever they try to talk intelligently, they're like, there's different planes of existence, and I'm like, you just said planes.
Yeah, because they're all level.
Huh?
They're all level.
Yeah, I'm like, you just said planes. I'm like, why are you using that word? I'm like, you're suddenly trying to sound smart, and you're using the word planes. So doesn't that ring any bells for you? Like, why are you doing that?
You could see, you could just go on YouTube and look up singing, talking parrots, and those parrots sound pretty freaking smart too. They're just mirroring what they heard.
Yeah, a lot of fools out there and jackasses that are parroting other fools. There it is
right there, though. How come we can't just have a little sympathy for these people?
Stop interrupting. There's a lot of fools and jackasses out there that are parroting other fools and jackasses. So it's like you're not a wise man. you're a jackass. And I'm talking about myself as well.
Well, I know
So
I'm an idiot. Yeah. But is it really, is it, first of all, is it our responsibility? I mean, I mentioned to you, I'm a Messianic guy. So part of my job as a Messianic guy before Christ left the system after the age of Pisces was to spread what they call the gospel. So I would mention it to another person if I felt inspired to in the moment. Hey, by the way, this is what happened. This is the guy who gets you out through the fiery vagina. If you can accept that, then you're going to have a freedom beyond your wildest dreams. Okay, boom. Now if they say, well, it's not for me, or like, oh, thanks for sharing, I don't, that's it. That's the guy who is this gospel told us, just say it once and then let it go. And I don't walk away grumbling. I mean, you used to. Oh, that guy, I don't think I ever got anybody to convert to Christianity, which is amazing because I was in it for so long. But and that's the whole goal, is to recruit them into the corporation of Christianity. But in that situation now in this community, I mean, what are you going to do, man? Why do we label them as? I mean, I know they are, okay. Don't get me wrong; they're idiots. You saw, I don't want to be a hypocrite.
let them do what they want. Let them do what they want. Hold on, let me answer Village Idiot Control real quick. He says, why can't we see the sun's light 24/7 anywhere on the Earth? Because the sun is a lot smaller. It's small. It's not a huge, giant thing that's a billion times bigger than the Earth.
That's his argument.
It's very small. And also, the light, it doesn't reach everywhere. It's called, it has a limited reach of illumination. It can only go.
All right, but you're just explaining why we can't see it when it gets a little far away.
So
when it gets further away, you just don't see it. It's like,
that means that the sun's light is local.
It is local.
And it can't shine everywhere on Earth, literally, because it's not powerful enough.
Well,
that's why.
You believe? Okay? I believe it's a spiral.
So that's why it's day on one side and night on the other. Okay, that's all, because the sun's shining in this area, and then it's not shining in the other area. That's day and night. Very simple stuff here, okay? Now that's explained for you, okay, buddy?
Okay,
Anything
so
else?
Now we move on. And he says the sun's angular size does not change from sunrise to sun. It stays the same. You lose. Look at what's this? You lose. You lose. Like I won that argument. You won nothing, Village Idiot. First of all, this guy here.
This dude calls himself a Village Idiot.
I know. Why would you go out with that? I know. Why would you call yourself Village Idiot Control? You think that he thinks.
Although I do call myself Flat Earth SubGenius, so that people do think that SubGenius is a lesser than genius, but they don't even understand that there is literally a church of SubGenius.
That was supposed to be the first question, was explain your channel name for me.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the first question, but you're ending with that.
Well, maybe we're not. We're almost. Oh yeah, look at that.
It's interesting too that it's 23 people watching. Is that a coincidence? Because that's the law of fives.
I did that.
And it's 23.
Yes.
23 skidoo.
We have to pay tribute to the Illuminati. We have to.
So that's interesting.
Continue to survive.
That's interesting. You talk about the Church of the SubGenius and that the Discordians.
Church of the SubGenius.
Man, you really like to interrupt when I'm trying to explain these things, don't you?
Monkey. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, the Church of the SubGenius just came up. There's 23 watching. Also, the Discordian Society has the law of fives. If you look up the law of fives, that goes back to the Discordian Society. And it's interesting that we're talking about that. And that's a whole conspiracy that's actually related to the JFK assassination and the Jim Garrison and the Warren Commission. And this is all tied together. I'd say I don't know, probably barely anyone in the flat Earth community knows that all these weird conspiracies from the past involving the government and the CIA and MK Ultra have actually a lot to do with the Discordian Society, the OTO, Thelema, Aleister Crowley, Helena P. Blavatsky, and these occultists that came over from England, and that they infiltrated. They put a lot of conspiracies out there, perpetrated on purpose, and the thing is that these conspiracies that these people perpetrated actually covered up for the real conspiracies that are going on by the government. And so all this stuff is coming up, Operation Mindfuck being one of them. And that's still going on to this very day. And basically we live in a totally Operation Mindfucked world. And if you look up what either you're a member of Operation Mindfuck or you're not. You'll know if you are or not once you look it up. And it's the only true art project or conspiracy that actually exists. There's at least 23 conspiracies going on at all times. And so it's hard to see which ones are the fake, illusory bullcrap. Literally, the definition of a schizophrenic psychopath or a delusional, deranged, mentally ill person is somebody who can't tell the difference from reality and fantasy. So that's what a globe earther is. If you can't tell the difference of what reality is or fantasy, then you're fucking mentally ill and deluded. There's 99% of people are that way. So that we're living in a basically a fire in a madhouse situation here. Imagine a fire in a madhouse. So there's just screaming psychopaths going on at all times, and we have to live our every fucking day lives. This is fine, everything's going well, and I support you. I support you in that, man. I hope
We're crazy because we're surrounded by crazy.
It's tough.
That was
It's
the
tough.
hardest thing I ever did, Dan. Was shut up for that, but I enjoyed it a lot. Appreciate you calling me out so gently. But that was really hard, bro.
The person says, "What about dreams versus reality?"
Oh,
I told Commander Lou the other day that this reality going on right now between you and I in the chat room is no different than your dreams you had last night. That's the dreams versus reality of what we're doing. This is reality, right?
Yeah.
But you had dreams last night. This reality is no different than the dreams that you had last night.
It's exactly true. That is so true. It's profound.
Once you realize that and get out of the illusory reality of nature, then you come to the primal wisdom of the omniverse, of God's wisdom, and it's just a natural state, and it's no big deal. You already have that natural state. You already actually are probably in it, and you don't even realize it.
Oh no, I realize it. I absolutely 100%.
I'm not. I was actually talking.
You mean talking in general, you people?
Yeah.
Oh, there.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know
okay.
you and I are perfect.
We
in the chat room too.
Yeah, no.
But I'm talking to
everybody
people
here. Yeah.
who are gonna watch this. Everyone in the chat room is perfect. You and I are perfect. There's nothing wrong. We have no flaws.
Well, I think actually that's funny you bring it perfection. I would guess that achieving that level of awareness is just being at peace. It just creates a peace and a courage, and that's what you have. You definitely have courage, Dan. You're a young man. I love meeting guys your age and that are so enlightened and woke. And I hate using the word woke. They've confiscated everything, but you are wide awake. You're a great guy. I see why Tim's fond of you.
Nature loves courage.
Nature loves courage. Wow. Yeah, remember courage? I don't know. It's worse for me, folks. It's worse for me.
Yeah.
I remember courage. No
It's
more
tough, man. I'm just honestly going back to the things I used to love as a child. And I'm like, what did I used to love doing? I used to just write.
Fearless.
I used to write like on a typing board or a type.
We called them typewriters.
Yeah, a typewriter. And then I graduated to a AOL. Remember the AOL days?
Yeah, it was hard to hide that sound from my wife when I would try to go on at 2:00 in the morning when she was asleep. How do you hide that friggin' sound? Oop, beep, oop, beep, oop, beep,
Oh man, who knows?
Don't.
But
I literally would sneeze, Dan. I would sneeze. This is people. I would be like, ah, achoo, achoo, and then the thing would go on. It's online again at 2:00 in the morning.
oh yeah, age, sex, location. Yeah, I was just reading your chat room. There's a cool chat room. There's a bunch of
what they say.
There's a nice people in there that are
We got
actually
great people here.
being supportive. You got 23 watching still. It's funny how it hasn't like changed.
That's cool.
Go to check out the Law of Fives too if you want, and that's an interesting rabbit hole too. Yeah, that always relates back to the thing. Like you can actually find wisdom in foolishness and stupidity and ignorance. You can even find wisdom in ignorance, and I've found, and you know, who the fuck
Dan,
cares?
you brought quite a you brought a lot here today, and I wasn't expecting this, and not that I doubted you. I was already impressed by you, but truthfully, you know, to be serious for a moment, you know, keep up the good work, and I know it's this, you know, I use the word vocation again. I'm stifled by my lack of intelligence being an influencer. But this guy, go check him out on his channel. You know, some of the stuff, he's just an honest guy, and you know, he's living the dream like we all are, right? Look at that, that's hilarious. I wish you got paid for that endorsement, but for both of the people that are going to watch this, and absolutely nobody's going to go to the channel and buy a T-shirt. So it's just a waste of time.
Hold on. Did I? That sucks. But, well, I hope someone does. Well, I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna give him the video, and then I'm gonna timestamp it because it was right in the beginning, and I'm gonna hopefully he makes a little video out of that little thing that I did for him.
Like, don't forget to make sure he puts it on. That's my channel too, you know.
Oh yeah, like you didn't do for me.
Well, I said I would afterwards. Hey, look, I shut up for you. I don't even do that for my wife, Dan. And
you shut up for me
just now. Do you know what I went through? Shut up and listen to that. You know how hard that was for me? Watch it back. You thought I was just doing it? I turned jets in the Air Force thinking we were going to get bombed by Russia in 10 minutes. That was harder. To shut up for like 30 seconds so you could talk. Pamela Panabeck and Dan, you got off easy. Nah, man, a lot of respect for this guy, and you really answered a lot of questions. You brought something new to the channel, and I know it's going to add to what I already do here, and I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Christine Fiore, my lovely wife, he never shuts up. See?
That's your wife?
That's my lovely wife, Christine, baby.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, she's watching.
Thank you, Christine. God bless you. That's
Right.
great. That's great.
I don't want to say goodbye, but you know, my last.
Thanks for having me on, man. I don't know how much longer you're gonna go after this,
about
but I'll be watching.
I appreciate it. You are awesome, man.
All right. Do you want me to kick dirt?
Yeah, but stay in touch, all right?
All right, we will. Later, everybody. See you, Commander Lou.
Thanks, bro. Salute. Well done. Oh my goodness. That's pretty cool, right? I thought it was going to be like, you know, I thought I was get this, you know, the kid brought his authentic self. You know, a lot of respect for, you know, a lot of respect and sympathy for folks, and you guys too, anybody your age. I mean, you got to deal with idiots like that village idiot guy. I call him an idiot, village idiot guy. I mean, just, you know, come on. What is the point? And to name your channel Village Idiot, to name your channel Village Idiot, what is this channel name? Stupid as. I mean, just using the words Village Idiot in your channel name, thinking you're clever. Even Dan figured that out. Village Idiot Control. Like, this guy is the self-appointed controller of Village Idiots? Do you understand? Does this guy understand? Does he understand that what that actually means is that he controls all the village idiots? It's like the chief village idiot. That's the first thing I thought of. Is that he named his channel Village Idiot Control, which means he's the control center for the village, for the community of village idiots. How could you even? I'm looking up his channel. I bet you there's nothing there. He doesn't even come up. I'm going to filter it. Channels. I got Village Idiot. He doesn't even come up. He doesn't even come up. I mean, you know. So what are you wasting? Why do you got to come here? And then to say boom when you think you proved something? And Dan was gentle. Thanks, Pamela. Guys, was watching the chat. Great chat. You guys are the best audience ever. I think it's disrespectful to even call you an audience. You're the best community of believers in the truth. Here, I'll just put that guy's link for the t-shirts. There's Density Clothing Company in the chat. And now I got to do work after, because this kid impressed me so much. Now I got to do work after. And add his links to the description, for God's sake. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been quite a month for me. And I'll tell you, I loved it. If I had, it's what I always wanted to do for a job. But unfortunately, for the whole month, I probably made about $218, which does not the rent pay. Shut up, Dan. Yeah, that's worked for me. I have cognitive issues after I was dead 11 minutes, Dan. That's why I don't have a regular job. All I want is to love and be loved. That's all I want. And this month was exactly that. I love the way he had to mute me when I was yelling at Village Idiot. So a lot of newcomers today. I'm not going to welcome you all, but it was really good to see you on my final live stream from 1 to 3. But I will be live. Agape love, yes. I will come live and we'll have some fun. Hopefully, I'll be posting some content. I will be keeping the patrons up on, the progress to get ready for my trip. I'm going to start doing more of the Patreon. I hope I'm not just putting stuff out there I don't follow up with. Apologies ahead of time for my 4 patrons. So if you'd like to be a patron, it's the best way, I think, to support the channel. It's fair. It's what's fair. Buy a t-shirt from Dan's guy, go on his channel. Sub, what's the big deal? Sub. Donate, Hey, man. Give. We're not Main Street. So we learned a lot about this little community. We did not answer the question of why can't we all get along. We actually fell short of that. We didn't get there. But probably the answer is right there in front of us. It's because we're fallen. We're a cursed existence. We're in a cursed existence. Who cares? It's funny when I yelled at the wrenches for not shutting up Village Idiot. It's okay, guys. All right, so anybody that came here for SubG, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. We got 18 likes. I believe that's a record for a live stream for me. Let me see what my concurrent viewers are. 27, that's a tie. So we tied the record for concurrent viewers. Not bad. All right, fair enough, Dan. I appreciate that. I would like that. I think I could have some fun with your subs. That would be fun. I appreciate it. That'd be awesome. That's 20. Uten, thanks for being here. Pamela Panabaker, Adam Baum, Chucky Jordy, Sir Bruce, Eric, I don't know if he lasted the whole time. Marcel, the chef. Absolutely outstanding. I think he fell asleep. Salty Siren, newcomers. Fiery Nessa.
Nanu.
Good to see you. I know, right, Adam Baum? I had so much fun doing that. JT33 was here. Jordan, I don't know. I think we just brought some peace. I think we just brought peace to some folks. All right, so that's it. I don't want to go because that means I won't be back for a while. But I will see you Sunday at church. Don't forget, Sunday church. I actually, Adam, Kelster, I actually got myself with the working up the emotions to keep my mouth shut. Literally brought me to tears. I was literally as close to Christ at Gethsemane that I'll ever get in my life was staying quiet. But kudos to Dan. Bruce is like, I wish I said that yesterday. Right? Am I right, Bruce? I wish I said that. Yeah, you did. No, trying to stay quiet brought me to tears, Dan. Trying to stay quiet brought me to tears while you were talking. I had a hard time listening. I heard everything. Thanks. Good night. All right. See you guys at Sunday church. Peace.